You can spend years building your SEO and lose it all because one wrong slash in your robots text file. This isn't breaking news. It's a common catastrophic configuration error, and it's shockingly easy to miss. The robots text file is the very first thing Googlebot checks before crawling your website. Before it reads your content, before it evaluates your pages, before it ranks anything. It checks that file. And in my 13 years working in SEO, I've seen one small configuration mistake inside robots text undo months, sometimes years of organic growth. If your robots text says user agent asterisk disallow slash, you are telling Google to stay out completely. And Google usually follows that instruction, but here's something important. Sometimes you won't see disallow slash at all. If you are using Yoast and that WordPress visibility setting is enabled, your site may output an no index directive instead, which means your robots text might look fine. But Google is still being told not to index your pages. That's why checking just one place isn't enough. You need to confirm what Google is actually seeing. Now, think about this. When Googlebot visits your website for the first time, it's like a first date. You want to present the best version of your business. Clean service pages, strong messages, clear structure. But if robots text blocks access, Google never even walks through the door. That's not a bad first impression. That's no impression at all. Here's where it gets more dangerous. If you are using WordPress, there's a teeny checkbox that can automatically write that pattern instruction for you. Go to Settings, Reading, and you'll see discourage search engines from indexing this site. One click, and suddenly your entire website can be blocked from search engines. Now, here's where it gets even more confusing. If you are using rank maps, it generates a virtual robots text inside WordPress, which means the file you see in your hosting may not be the file Google actually reads. So always check your domain.com/robotstext directly in the browser. Don't assume. Verify. Just one click, and suddenly your entire website is blocked from search engines. No alarm, no warning, just silence. It's like accidentally locking your storefront and wondering why no one walks in. Let's simplify this. The syntax of robots text is not complicated. There are only a few components. User agent defines which bot the rule applies to. An asterisk means all bots. Disallow defines what should not be crawled. If it says user agent asterisk disallow, that means nothing is blocked. Everything is allowed. Perfectly safe. But when you add one slash disallow slash, that slash represents the root of your domain, which means you are disallowing the entire website. One character. That's it. I've seen businesses panic over algorithm updates when the real problem was sitting quietly in robots text the whole time. Sometimes the Google update was just a forward slash. Now, here's something important. There is a time when blocking Google is correct. If you are building a new website, if your site is under construction, if you are working on a staging server, you should block Google temporarily. Just like you wouldn't invite guests into your house mid-renovation. But here's where small service businesses get into trouble. They block Google during development and forget to remove the rule when the site goes live. Or worse, during a website relaunch. For a brand new website, this mistake is usually recoverable. For a relaunch, it can be fatal because now you are blocking pages that already had rankings. And Google treats subdomains separately. If you have staging your website.com, it needs to own robots.txt. You cannot manage subdomain crawling from your main domains file. That detail alone has caused serious indexing issues. Now, let's talk about detection. How do you know if you've made this mistake? Open Google, type site yourdomain.com. If your website is live and nothing shows up, you may be blocking Google. But if you want the definitive answer, go into Google Search Console. Under the URL inspection tool, inspect one of your service pages. Take a look at page indexing. If it says blocked by robots.txt, there's no guessing. Google is telling you exactly what's wrong. That's your confirmation. If your site is under construction and URLs are already indexed, you need to block access immediately. This simple checks takes 10 seconds, and it can save you months of lost traffic. This is exactly why I created my complete SEO audit checklist. It walks you through technical checks like robots.txt, sitemap validation, and structural errors step by step. If you want it, download it below. Run through it once, and you'll eliminate the most common hidden traffic killers. Now, let's cover another foundational rule. Robots.txt must live in the root directory. It must be named exactly robots.txt, only one per domain. UTF-8 encoded text file. It cannot sit inside a folder, and each subdomain requires its own version. If Google can't find robots.txt, assumes everything is allowed. That's usually fine, but best practices is to create one intentionally, never accidentally. If you are using WordPress, you have 4 safe ways to manage robots.txt through SEO plugins, like Rank Math or Yoast, through a dedicated robots.txt plugin, via cPanel in your hosting, or through FTP. But here's the critical rule. Do not use multiple robot.txt editors at the same time. That's how configuration gets messy fast. Having several SEO plugins doesn't usually ruin websites, but misusing them absolutely can. One safe and smart addition you can make: add your sitemap URL inside robots.txt. Use the full URL. That helps Google prioritize crawling your important pages. It's simple, and it gives Google a clear roadmap. Now, listen. If you are unsure whether your robots.txt is configured correctly, or if your traffic has dropped and you can't pinpoint why, you can book a consultation with me. In 30 minutes, we can review your technical setup and identify whether something simple like one slash is blocking your growth. Sometimes the fix is surprisingly small, but the impact is massive. So robots.txt /mistake is one of the most critical SEO catastrophes possible. But it's not the only one. There are dozens of technical and structural mistakes that quietly destroy organic traffic. And most business owners never see them coming. If one tiny slash can block your entire website, imagine what 14 dumb SEO mistakes can do. So next, watch this video. 40 dumb SEO mistakes that ruin your organic traffic. Because protecting your traffic is always easier than trying to recover it.